Alrighty, y'all. So we are back for the second period. Decided to go ahead and cut out the dual stream with the vertical thing. Come back in with a fresh start. So getting through the last couple of commercials, should be starting very soon. Philly with a minute 43 left on a power play, coming from the trip in by Ivan Barbashev, which was in fact a trip. Looked like he still had the puck, but he lost it, reached for it, and took out the skate. So a lot of time for the man advantage for the home team. Meanwhile, at first intermission so far around the league, as a couple other games get ready to get started. We're 1-1 here in Philadelphia, 1-0 in Toronto. Maple Leafs over the Sharks. Lightning up 4-1 on the Devils in New Jersey. Islanders at home 3-0 over the Ducks. 2 of the 3 goals coming on the power play. Canadians over the Penguins 1-0 in Pittsburgh. Hurricanes and the Capitals getting ready for the start of the second, 0-0. Senators over the Blue Jackets. Sorry, that's in Washington. Senators over the Blue Jackets 4-1 after the first period in Columbus. Blues and the Predators starting soon. Stars and the Wild starting soon. And the Bruins and the Jets starting soon. Hopefully we'll have hopefully our game goes fast and those games go slow and we have some hockey to watch during intermission. We may also check in on the football game. I don't know who's playing football tonight. The Falcons and the Bucks. We'll just keep an eye out. Let's see how far behind we are. Holy shit. We're about a minute behind. We are more than a minute behind. Let's see if one of these other ones is a little... a little bit better. Flyers into the Vegas zone. Up to the high point, across to the low dot. Zegers looking, gets it to the blue line. Sanheim to the high circle. Gets it to the goal line, misses the pass. Zegers recovers, gets it back to the blue line. Back to Zegers on the low dot, back to Sanheim. High dot all the way across the crease and up the low boards to the point. Sanheim looking for somewhere to go with it under pressure. Sisson's doing a great job to get the puck out into neutral for at least a moment of fresh air. 45 seconds left on the Philly man advantage. Mitchkov throwing it across the center. Sissons gets a stick on it. Zegers recovers. Oh, Shea, apparently, I didn't know what happened, but according to the broadcast, Shea Theodore plucked the puck out of midair off the backboards and was able to get it sent out to neutral. Stoney getting a little feisty. I like it. Puck goes all the way back down behind Vladar. 5 seconds on the power play. Nice. Killed 8 of 9 over the last 4 games. Nice. Philly back through neutral all the way down low into the corner. Whitecloud and Hannafin fighting for it, but they lose it. A little bit of effort to get it around to the front of the net, but it doesn't connect. Out and breaking in from the low dot, shoots and misses the goal. Great opportunity. Oh, that was dirty. How is that not a penalty? Glove saved by the Flyers. How the hell was that not a penalty? Guy just skated in and kicked out. I don't know who it was for us, but just kicked out his leg, put him down. It was a blatant trip. Shots are 6-5 Vegas. In the 1-1 game, 2:11 gone in the second period. Face off to the right of Ladar. Eichel on the dot. Straight out to the top of the circle. Barbashev shoots and it gets tipped wide. 7 players with 19 or more points through 29 games. Vegas leads. That's insane. Big shot by Eichel, but a bigger save by Vladar. Puck out into neutral. Hutton dips it back down. Eichel down below Vladar. That Marner tried to center it, couldn't get it through. Out front, Barbashev does a back and forth with Eichel, and Barbie misses the net. Puck all the way down as Philly breaks free, but the puck ends up on the backboards trying to center it. Zegras can't get through to it. A little bit of holding going down there on Korzak, but we'll forget about it. Marner gets the puck out through the center and across the blue line. Man, what an attempt right there. Puck back into the Vegas zone as Hutton swings it from the low corner. Turnover. Flyers have it on net, and Schmidt is able to glove it and freeze it. One shot, one time opportunity went 5-hole. If he goes up and over, great give and go, but again, cannot get it up over the pad. Both sides, both shots, puck stay on the ice. Both times, puck is stopped by the pad. Riley to Hurdle. Hurdle gets dragged down through neutral. Oh, hey, we actually got a penalty. Vegas going to the power play. How about that? Uh-oh. I just looked up and saw this. Saw my thing looking like trash. Hopefully it doesn't. It's not coming across like that. Grunstrom going to the box. What is, it says excellent, but that looks like trash. What is going on right now? Let me make sure this isn't looking the way that it looks on here. Okay. It can look like that on my screen as long as it doesn't look like that. On the phone, Hurdle to Dorofeyev, back to Hurdle to the top. Marner throwing it towards the net, looking at for a tip. Puck ends up off the backboards, and Philly clears it all the way down. 30 seconds gone on the Vegas man advantage. Marner leaves it for Eichel. Stretch pass into the zone. Stone back from Marner to Dorofeyev. Tried to go to Hurdle and could not quite get it across. Philly taking it all the way back. Big pad save by Schmid. 45 seconds gone. Stone to Hurdle in the zone. Back to Eichel on the low board. Everybody is in their spots. Eichel on the low dot to Stone on the baseline. Tries to go out to Hurdle. He connects, but Hurdle misses the shot after a small fumble with the puck. Ooh, he could have had Dorofeyev right there, but I think he took it a little too far below the baseline. Eichel circling top of the low circle. Stone goes to the middle. Puck's bouncing around. Hurdle finally gets a backhand, and he puts it off of the post. Marner to Eichel under pressure. He eventually breaks free, goes to Dorofeyev on the high dot. 30 seconds left on the Vegas power play. Marner Little bit of lazy passing, and then Philly's able to swat it all the way down to Akira Schmid. Counting down, 10 seconds left as Eichel heads out of the zone. He'll go all the way up ahead to Howden, who's under pressure, gets it into the Philly zone, but great attempts. Good job, Vladar, holding Vegas to no goals. Philly going quick into the Vegas zone. Shot from the top of the high circle, stopped by Schmid. Bowman almost loses it off the low board. Eventually, Barbashev ends up with it in neutral. Back into the Vegas territory. Stretch pass up ahead. And how is that an icing? And nobody's arguing it, but it looked like Barbashev was there first to me. Dude, Mark Stone, completely underrated. In my opinion, the best defensive forward in the league. His hockey intelligence and his game knowledge, it really is like he's got the chess brain where he's thinking about shit that nobody in the arena is thinking about. 2-on-1, pass across, and they miss each other. Vegas gets lucky, and a great back check as Theodore, being lazy with his puck control, gets it taken away from him. Just no sense of urgency. Great back check, by the way. Reinhardt all the way down into the high corner of the Flyer zone. Sissons helps him out, gets it to McNabb at the low point. Back down the boards, all the way around to the high wall, towards the middle, right in front of the crease, and neither Reinhardt nor Sissons could get good wood on it to get it on net. But yes, Theodore just lazily kind of, and then it's, instead of being in a damn hurry to get the puck out of the danger zone, it's not like he lost it at the blue line. He lost it right in front of the crease. Dude, Vegas having to play back and forth with the puck in their own zone, finally able to get it clear. Oh, man, little bit of danger. Puck lost through neutral. Philly recovers. Top of the high circle. Shot on net. Schmid makes the stop. Dorofeyev somewhat loses it. Riley sets it back for him. Back to Riley Smith in the zone. Battle in the low corner. Dorofeyev and Riley Smith. Hurdle standing nearby. Sealer can't get it past Hurdle, who puts a quick shot from the high baseline. But Vladar makes the save. 8 minutes gone. In the second period, shots are 10-8 Philly. Like, there's that Tippett for Philadelphia. Great job. Great backhand right there as well. Good job, Schmid, to keep it out. Great stick lift. Great defensive play. Shea Theodore. If Shea Theodore had any kind of pep in his step, it would be a completely different situation. Are they? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. The app's still showing Vegas on a power play. It's like, no, they're not. See, it looks like the Leafs are, though, still 1-0 over the Sharks. 6.5 minutes gone in the second. Just over 4 minutes gone in the second in New Jersey. Same score, Lightning 4-1 over the Devils. 2.5 minutes gone in the second in New York. Islanders 3-0 over the Ducks. Canadians 1-0 over the Pens at first intermission. Capitals 1-0 in Washington over the Hurricanes. 7.5 minutes gone in the second period. And the Blue Jackets have shortened the lead, but the Senators still out front. Good Lord, my brain stopped right at the end, man. Still out front 4-2 in Columbus. Meanwhile, 5 minutes gone in the first. After a power play, didn't get to see which side it was for, but 0-0 Blues and Predators in Nashville. And just over 4 minutes gone in Minnesota, Stars and the Wild 0-0. 5:15 gone in Winnipeg. Jets finishing up a power play, but 0-0. What did I say? 4.5 minutes into the first. A lot of games tonight. Lot of games tonight. I still don't understand the interviews mid-game. Like, yeah, they're clearing the ice, but especially the coaches, especially when it's like a 3-1 game, 4-1 game, they'll go up to the coach and be like, you know, your dad, a rough start to the game, coach. What do you need to see out of your team here? And I want one of the coaches to say one time, just be like, well, the thing that they're out there knocking around back and forth is called a puck. I would like to see the puck spend more time in their net and less time in our net. I believe if that happens, we could possibly win the game. Just be a smart ass, because that's such a stupid question. I want to see him fucking score, and I want to see him stop giving up goals. Big shot from the center of the point. Stopped by Vladar. Puck all the way back into the Vegas zone as Hutton recovers it. Kicks it ahead to neutral, but it's lost and sent back towards Schmid. Hutton leaves it back for Korzak. He'll lose the battle on the wall, but Hurdle's there to help him out, trying to center it through the legs of the attacker. Little sloppy, but eventually Hurdle gets it to Korzak, and Korzak takes the high road. Ooh, hit a pitching wedge. Little backspin on that puck. I don't think anybody was expecting. Shot from a hard angle by Philly, goes off the back glass. 9 minutes gone in the second period. I mean, dude. I really do like our team. I still think Korzak hurts us more than he helps. And I'm not even mad at him for the last couple of games, you know what I mean? But he's just not big enough, not strong enough, not fast enough. Ben Hutton being in is just, it's a breath of fresh air. Giveaway Shea works it up and out of the zone. Stoney sends it to the high wall as Marner's trying to chase it down, but not interfered with. Oh, that was a chip. That was I don't know the word I'm looking for. That was much closer to an interference play. You won't even say that it was, but it was a lot closer. McNabb goes off the high boards, trying to get it to Marner. And now Theodore fighting for it. It gets sent back towards Schmid, who settles it in the trapezoid. Vegas back up the other way. It is tipped right on Vladar, who sets it for his own men. Halfway through the game, Philly dumps it into the Vegas side, up in the high corner. White Cloud trying to work it to Bowman. He can't get it through. Hannafin trying to tip it around. Eventually, White Cloud does get it to Bowman. Now Hannafin works up, passes it to Barbashev, and Vegas takes the zone. Barbie going with the cheeky pass that gets cut off by the skates of the man in orange. Barely keeping it in, but it's in. Eichel trying to go back towards Bowman, who made that great blue line play, but puck gets sent all the way back to the Vegas zone. Hannafin to White Cloud to Barbie, who spins trying to avoid the hit, which he does, but he still gets his legs taken out. Puck into the Philly zone. Bowman trying to work it into that high corner. Barbashev trying to go down and help him out, but Philly's going to come back the other way. Puck back behind Schmid. Korzak gets it up the wall. Played out to Eichel, who makes a good play to Barbashev. He'll dump it in as most of Vegas will go for a change. Hutton pitches down, gets the puck to Colasar. He's been very active lately. We need to get him on the board because he's been playing hard. I'm a big fan of the way he's been attacking people lately. Reinhardt putting on pressure, but ooh, no, they say the puck stayed in. Reinhardt looking to make a play on the low boards. Philly decided that it was offsides, and when the ref didn't call it, they got mad. It's like, man, play through it, dude. They almost screwed up. Dorofeyev takes a bump at the neutral line. Hutton goes down. Curious to see if a stick got in his legs. No call, though. Oh, no, there was a call. Oh, there's 6 men on the ice. I'm fine. I've been threatening to do it all season, but I think finally, since I don't have to worry about school, I'm going to take the time, the hour and a half that I was in class, and dedicate it to finally putting together the, like a hockey how-to for intermission. That way, instead of just leaving up the BRB screen and music, could actually have it, have a little 10-minute, 12-minute thing of the very basics. And then hopefully only have to, do that during first intermission, and then second intermission, hang out and watch what other games are going on. See, we got 8 minutes here. Ducks in the... Ooh, Ducks scored. 3-1 Islanders. That's going to have some time on it. Canadians and Penguins, possibly. Oh, we might have some time in the Bruins Jets games or the Stars Wild game. We'll see how the next 8 minutes goes. That's still, I'm like not expecting to see Santa John Travolta, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, kind of like, yeah, okay. All right, Vegas needs to score on this power play. It's both sides are 0 for 1 at the moment. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clearly. And the 7th is touching the ice. Or at least looks like he's touching the ice. But that's absolutely 6 men. Too many men. Let's take advantage. This is one of the biggest things that a lot of the better teams do that Vegas struggles to do. Take advantage of the mistakes that the other guys give you. And this is one where it's a silly mental error. It didn't cost you anything. And you got 2 minutes with the extra attacker. Let's not waste it. Let's get a goal. We had some good shots earlier. And we're sitting 7th in the NHL right now at 23.9%. And that's with all that time that Stone was out and we sucked. Marner trying to feed it to Hurdle. Gets picked off and sent back down to Schmidt. 30 seconds gone in the power play. Marner working his way through neutral. Leaves it back for Eichel. Left off to Stone. Stays to the top of the high circle. Dorofeyev with the shot. And Stone, he folds up and he scores. We'll be back. Sorry, got caught in conversation as usual. Love to see it. For your Golden Knights with his 5th of the season and a power play goal. Number 61, Mark Stone, with an assist from number 16, Pavel Dorofeyev, and a secondary assist from number 9, Jack Eichel. I kind of want to see that tripping call again. Dorofeyev's in the box for a tripping. I kind of want to see that again because Dorofeyev's stick was this way. Everybody's moving this way, and the guy went this way. Like the physics of how that looked don't quite jive. But man advantage to Philadelphia soon after Vegas takes the leads. Vegas sends the puck all the way back down behind Vladar, and now Philly will work their way out under pressure. Zagras through neutral, leaves it up ahead. Good stick, but not quite good enough. Tippett makes it through with Mitchkov. Trying to clear it at the blue line. Is kept in. Shot, but a big save. Akira Schmid, the hero of the Golden Knights, more often than he is not. I'll say y'all can moan and groan about that all you want. Dude tried to make a cut that he didn't have room for. He didn't go down because he got tripped. He went down because he got cocky. Mitchkov in the Vegas zone. A minute left on the power play. He gets it to Tippett in the high corner. Fed backwards, and it's out of the zone. Andre has to recover while Philly gets a change. Vegas swapping out one man as Marner comes on the ice, but they get the puck and clear it down to Vladar. 40 seconds to go on the Philly power play. Andre into the Vegas zone on the high boards under pressure from Eichel, and then Whitecloud disrupts the play, but they keep the puck in the zone. Drysdale up high, back to Drysdale. Shoots, hits Eichel out high. And the pass misses everybody off the rebound. Philly again loses it into neutral. 10 seconds left on the man advantage. Brinks leaves it back for Cates around the back of Schmid. Good job by Hannafin to cut off that play, and Philly sends it all the way down on themselves. We are back to even strength. 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Through neutral, Philly recovers. Just over 4 minutes. I'd already said that, sorry, but just over 4 minutes to go in the second period. Puck on the low boards. McNabb trying to work it out, gets beat. Puck ends up in the Vegas zone, cycling to the blue line. Through the center top of the from the top dot, he shoots and he beats Akira Schmid. Damn. What's going on? How you doing? That was a lot better a second ago. We just can't clear the puck. You're a fan of Minnesota Wild? Hey, right on, buddy. Is there a score over there yet? Yep. Stars up 1-0. 8:30 to go in the first. That's a rough start, my man. I know how that goes. We just got tied up here. Philly with a great shot right off the low dot, man. What a great goal. That's a bummer, man. It's all right. We'll reset. Let's go. Oh, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Right on, man. That's awesome. Cheers from Vegas, brother. Being a hockey fan, man, we're here most nights. I just got done with a lot of stuff going on with school and stuff, so hopefully here every night for a hockey game for the next couple of weeks. Puck goes up and out of play. Yes, sir. Rough, man. We're doing good, and then we let one go. See, Robertson ended up scoring off of the power play. What's going on? Maple Leafs up 1-0 on the Sharks. And it's 5-2 Lightning over the Devils. Let me see. Which feed am I on here? I am on Delta. Okay, I got to remember that. I want to peek into this guy real quick. So Toronto on a power play, and right as I flip to it, Matthews buries one. Oh, that's never what you want to hear, man. The power play finally clicks. Nedeljkovic in net for San Jose. All right. Take a quick look into Tampa and New Jersey as well. They got 6.5 to go in the second period. Much more active game. Shots are 25-19, and the score is 5-2. Lightning. Meanwhile, in Vegas, we got 27 shots total. The Lightning have just about as many shots as both teams have in our game. Delta. I think this was the closest to on time that I actually do have. Oh, come on, work. There we go. Dude, it's this the last like 6-7 goals that have been scored against Vegas. There's one thing you see on all of them. All 5 guys are on one half of the ice, and a guy comes through back door. Maybe not all. It's probably like 85% of the goals, though. It's just, hey, guys, we're going to have 4 of you on one side of the ice playing catch, and then we're going to go for a change and sneak the guy on behind you. We abandon our zone. Shot on net. Schmidt covers it up. Extracurriculars coming from Philly. And of course, Vegas is just going to sit there and let it happen. Why would we defend our goalie? That still annoys me. That's 22. Dvorak. 3.5 to go in the second period. And then we'll flip over and see what other games are going on. I believe we should have some time for either the Stars in the Wild or, what was it, Boston, Winnipeg, maybe? Sisson's on the dot to the right of Schmid. And he wins it. Korczak sets it for Hannafin, and he will work it out off the low corner, up the low boards. Flyers take it in their own zone. And they will go right through neutral. All right, good little play by Korczak there, but then the pass to Reinhardt is missed. Dude, the Flyers just go down. If you breathe on them a little too close, they go down. As I'm still surprised the penalty to Dorofeyev was a penalty. The stick was on the wrong side for the tripping call. Longest point streak to start a season, active players. Mark Stone's at 14. You got Panarin at 15, Nylander at 17, and McDavid at 17. But I dig it. Stoney stoning. Puck off the low boards. Bowman gets crunched and loses it. Tip it takes it into neutral, sends it across the red line, down behind Schmid. McNabb back up, and Bowman again loses it at the blue line. What? Oh, thankfully, Bowman picks off a pass that missed everybody through the center. That was, guys, oof. Rough 30 seconds there for number 42. And Shea Theodore gives it away in the Vegas zone. Go figure. And then we got a penalty. Nope, we don't have a penalty coming. I saw dude's head do that. I didn't see anything hit it, but I thought I saw the ref lift his arm. Barely onside. The pass to Eichel, though, behind him. And he's forced to give it up through neutral as Hutton makes a big hit. Puck eventually goes all the way back to Akira Schmid. Recovered in the high corner. Eichel. Ooh. Bowman just tripped. I'm very curious how Bowman just went down right there. I doubt they'll show it again. But he went to skate. He was along the Philadelphia bench. I want to take a look. Hang on. Yeah, the guy going into the bench tripped him. The guy going into the bench hooked his heel. What is going on right now? Hang on, the feed just took a shit on me. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess we're going to be even further behind than I already was. Looks like we get through with it being 2-2. Puck up to Riley Smith. He dumps it in. 45 seconds left on the clock as Vladar decides to play it. Philly loses it in neutral. Howden and Stoney trying to make something happen. A little hold there, but we won't worry about it. Howden field. Another hold there. Damn. Puck comes up to the low dot. Philly's going to work their way 3-on-2. Vegas needs to hurry. They do. Disrupt the play, and the puck's going to come out through neutral with 12 seconds left. Howden comes away with it. Trying to lean in, but a good stick sends the puck to the low corner, and we are out for the second period. Let me change that. I don't need to be looking at that while we're doing that, because then I'm just going to think about stuff. All right. So after the second period, we are tied at 2. I think was it a power play goal from each side? Nope. Even strength both times. Just the exact same play, man. Drag everybody to one half of the ice and then send it back the other way. Sneak a guy in the back door. Taking a look at Toronto and San Jose as Toronto enters the zone on the Sharks. All right, let's check out. I got to think Lightning and Devils is going to start getting a little bit exciting. Ooh, you know what? We haven't even peeked in on Carolina and Washington yet. Starting to look we may not get to. Oh, there we go. All right, they're on commercial, so we'll go back. Lightning and New Jersey. 2:30 to go in the second. Tampa scored again, 6-2. Shots at 28-19 in favor of Tampa. 2:20 to go in the second period. Ooh, Jersey with a great pass to center and nobody in front of the crease there to take it. Works its way all the way up to the top of the slot. Makes a pass to the high dot, and the shot is missed. Oh yeah, no, we should start getting real. Like they're going at each other a little bit. Ooh, little Vasilevsky sleight of hand there. Ends up letting the puck go. Everybody thought it was gonna freeze it. Ooh, little pressure right there. Little bump on the low board for the new guy into the league. His name's Parent, but it's Perron. Joe Dierte. Don't try to church it up, son. Minute 30. Tampa coming out of their own zone. Pass goes way up ahead past everybody. Devils from their blue line send it back in, and that is going to be an icing on the red shirts. Face off going back down. Who's in net for the Devils? Who's struggling right now? Ooh. So Markstrom was in. So either Markstrom was in or Allen was in. Here, let me roll up a stogie while we're sitting here catching the end of this game. Less than 60 seconds to go. And that is Allen. That is in the game now. Markstrom. Ooh. Yep, Markstrom gave up 7 goals on 3 shots. That's not what I meant to say. That's a pretty impressive job by Tampa if you think about it. Anyway, he gave up 3 goals on 7 shots. "20 seconds left as Tampa takes the puck into the Devils' zone. Battle in that high corner. Everybody's not exactly sure what move to make. Again, on that wall in the corner. Puck comes out, and the Devils are going to be able to get it out. Paul Cotter taking the freebie to neutral as this one comes to the end of the second period. What else we got? Let's see if these guys are back from commercial. Nope. They're in intermission. Looks like most of the games we wanted to watch are in intermission. So we will do the thing. Trying to take less breaks, but like I said, we'll have something to do. Work on making the thing so there's something to do. Oh yeah, see, everybody's in intermission. So since everybody is at intermission, we will do the same. I'll just get wrapped up here. Sorry. Oop. So yeah, about 10 minutes, we'll come back in and hang out for the third. Hopefully there's more excitement in a Vegas positive way, because I could use the it would be a great cap to a great day if Vegas could pull this one out. See you guys in a few minutes. My bad, back a little late. But which means on my feed it's probably right at puck drop, unfortunately. But let's get to it. Okay, boom, done that one. All right, so we're coming in with 45 seconds gone in the third period. Shots are tied at 14 apiece, and the score is tied as well, 2-2. Not sure. That was kind of weird. It looked like it was offside, but it hit. I don't know what just happened. Bowman carries into the Vegas zone, trying to get past everybody. He does, hits the red zone and dumps it in. Barbashev chasing. Far enough ahead to cause disruption, and then fuck just happened. The fuck just happened? Something just updated or something and it crashed the stream. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. I don't know what just what that was. We're getting ready to start it back up here. I hope at least. Nope. What the hell? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Hang on. Got to do some repair here. It may, I don't know. I don't know if I have to restart my computer to get the feed working. Nope, there we go. All right, we are back. A minute 45 gone in the third. Vegas leading the shots 15-14. Puck across neutral. Smith trying to play it down for Hutton. Okay, what's... All right. Hang on, trying to get... All right. Hopefully things are at least working. Borzak to Hannafin up, and I guess it was tipped into the bench because they are resetting. See all the reactions. That's all I see. We had a stoppage, so it'll be just a second here. All right. Let's kind of re-get our bearings now that everything's working again. Ooh, good pressure by Sissons and Reinhardt. That's a line that really needs to get some points on the board. Reinhardt, Sissons, and Colasar. Yo, what up, D? Philly taking control in the Vegas zone. Puck on the blue line, fed down the low boards, and Vegas will come away with it. White Cloud tries to get it up the low boards. It comes back to him. He works it around to Hannafin, and Hannafin with speed feeds it to Reinhardt down on the low boards into the Philly zone, taken out. Maybe just leaned on, but Stoney with another great read causes a loose puck to go back into the Flyer zone. Get back on the work grind. Yeah. It's only 5 days. Yeah, that's true. 10 days in a row was tough. I bet, man. It's been a while since I did. Like a lot of the places that I worked, the only day they were closed was Sunday. So it was never like even selling cars, all the dealerships are closed on Sunday. So it's been a long time since I've done something like 10 days in a row, man. I bet that was rough. I'm officially done with class for this semester. Bowman racing in on the low boards. Nobody there to help him out. He wins the battle for a moment, the 2-on-1. Still putting on pressure. The puck does come out of the zone, though. I don't know if that, I think that was Theodore Zorban that hit. But at least making the play with the puck. Past 2 weeks have been the holiday. Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine, dude. Service industry during the holidays. Like, you get the people that are awesome, but that comes with absolute worst. Philly ends up off sides. We'll have a face off in neutral. Yeah, where's the Winter Classic? They have a beach theme, so it's just throwing me off a little bit. All right, Philly dumps it in as we have 5 minutes gone in the third period. White Cloud gets it to Hannafin behind Schmid, fed up and through neutral. Almost throws somebody out one night. Damn, think the guy had mental issues or some shit. That I would like to be more shocked. But even if I was pretending to be shocked by that, this would be my shocked face. Sucks you got to deal with that shit, but I'm actually kind of surprised you don't deal with it more often. Colasar to Reinhardt, puts it on net, pad save by Vladar. White Cloud keeps it in, gets it to Sissons, cross to Hutton. Reinhardt's able to keep it on the rough backhand pass by Hutton. Sisson comes away with it in the corner, trying to go back to the point. Reinhardt lets it go, but there's somebody between him and Ben Hutton. Dude, Sisson's looking good this game. Again, that line needs a lot of, they need a lot of, I don't know if help's the word. They just need a miracle or two. Howden working in, but gets beat to the puck. Philly's going to come back all the way through neutral. Great pass, great play as Howden makes a crunching hit, but oh, Stoney stops a shot attempt. It's a foot race. He's slow, but he's just enough to one hand backhand it on net as he leans on the defenseman that was chasing him down. Not that bad. We get complaints about like the holidays. We ain't the cheapest hotel. Yeah, that's absolutely true. So fair enough. Bet out front, trying to chase the shot was Howden off the Bowman backhand to the top of the crease. Could not get it through. Theodore back at his own zone to McNabb. Works it up the high boards, and it is dumped in. Bowman chasing it. Puck back behind Vladar into the high corner. All the way up the low boards and fed right through the center. Nobody home for Philly. Vegas getting away with one again. Great pass across the middle. Hannafin going in. Leaves it to Eichel. Looking. Eichel's going to take a shot. Hit the legs of the guy in front of him. And now Dorofeev's on the low boards. Gets it to the point. Hannafin. To White Cloud. Dumps it back behind. Dorofeev gets it to Eichel in the corner, and the pass across to Dorofeev right in front of the crease. Doesn't make it to him. But what a great attempt. Back in the Flyer zone. Ooh, a good little play by Dorofeev. Hurdle comes away with it. Turns, and he launches that thing up and into the net behind Vladar. Ooh, that was a long series. Man, if Stoney was a little bit faster, he had to go for the one-handed attempt. But great effort. Take a look at the other scores. 3.5 minutes gone in the third. Maple Leafs beating the Sharks in Toronto 2-1. Devils closing the gap again. 4.5 minutes gone in the third period. Lightning over the Devils 6-3 in New Jersey. Islanders at home over the Ducks 3-1, 45 seconds into the third. Canadians up 4-0 on the Penguins. That I did not expect that in Pittsburgh. Again, I didn't look at scores, so I was totally blind guessing, but I did not expect a 4-0 whooping with just under 4 minutes left in the second in Pittsburgh. Canadians just whooping them. Hurricanes have tied it in Washington. 13-12 to go in the third. 1-1. I don't remember if I said 1-1. My bad. Just over 3 minutes gone in the third in Columbus. Columbus making a fighting effort, or giving it a fighting effort. 5-3. Ottawa was crushing them a lot worse. So a 2-goal deficit ain't bad. Predators up 2-1 over St. Louis in Nashville. And with Minnesota finishing up a power play, the score is 1-1, tied with the Stars, just over 4 minutes into the second period. Bruins 3-2 over the Jets in Winnipeg, 3 minutes into the second. And just about 2 minutes into the first period, there is no score between Detroit and Edmonton in Edmonton. And still to come, the Panthers and the Avalanche, which that's going to be a good one to keep an eye on. And the Sabres and Canucks. Man, I went to Cheesecake Factory for lunch. Oh, I still got a little bit of leftovers. Hell yeah, I'm going to have that after the game. Dude, chicken Bellagio, it's so good. So good. It's so rare that I go and eat, especially at a sit-down restaurant. So, breakaway opportunity. Cannot get it past Smid. Flyers just had a wild breakaway. Riley Smith being a little too strong on the skates, but at least he's not a flopper. Vegas cannot get it cleared. Puck behind Schmid. Worked up. Bottom of the top circle. Schmid stops the shot. Two goes into the boards. The crowd wants a penalty on Hurdle. And rightly, the refs are like, shut up. Like, don't be stupid. Battle along the low boards. And the puck finally comes out to the middle where Ben Hutton is waiting for it. Pass up ahead to the red line. It is tipped all the way down for Vegas to go get a change. Vladar settles in his own zone, and Philly's going to make their way through neutral, but it's stopped by Sissons, and Reinhardt brings it in. Sissons takes a shot across. Good save by the pad of Vladar, but the shot was setting up a rebound. Nobody quite in front of the crease. Reinhardt battles for it in the corner, and Philly's going to come away, launch it into the air, but Vegas recovers at neutral. McNabb from his own blue line. Fumbled at the red line by Vegas. And now we're going to struggle to get it out of our zone again, but we do. At the Philly blue line, they carry it into their own zone under a heavy forecheck. It goes past everybody, and Philly will dump it in from the red line all the way back around. Orange jerseys get there first to the high point. Shot hits somebody way out high. Second shot from the low point ends up with a loose puck right out front. A great pad save by Akira Schmid to recover on the multiple attempts on the loose puck. Great save. Oh, it went off the post. So Schmid got beat on the breakaway. Yeah, puck ends up open, but Schmid sees it as dude goes diving to make a play, and then McNabb just put Grunstrom right on his ass. You gotta love it. A wild couple of minutes as we are making our way through the third period. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. And a commercial break as they clean the ice. What's with these commercials? There was a time where the odd, weird commercial or funny commercial got attention because it was the odd one in a million. Now everybody goes for like the randomness thing. A little rough. A lot of them are rough. Seeing what else is going on. Oh. All right. Any updates across the league? Ooh, Sharks on a power play, 13:30 to go. That's going to be one to keep an eye out. Ducks. Did I already say the Ducks have scored or did they just score? Because it's 3-2 in New York. So early goal in the third period for Anaheim, inching to tying it up. Senators Jackets 5-3. We knew that one. Wild have tied it up 1-1. I believe we just checked and it was one. Oh, no. It was tied last we checked. Never mind. Have to keep an eye. I really want to keep an eye on the Red Wings and Edmonton game. They're playing in Edmonton, but the Wings are fast enough and heavy hitting and strong enough to really settle the Oilers down, especially like Draisaitl and McDavid down. We'll see if they do it. Bowman takes a shot off his ankle as the Flyers throw it to the net from the blue line. Bowman, nope, he's recovering well. It dropped him, but he's still on the ice. And Finn tosses it to Whitecloud, who takes a hit as he works it all the way back into the Philly zone. Resetting behind Vladar is Sanheim. He'll leave it off. Sealer behind Vladar. Some fresh legs for the Flyers. Pass through neutral, ends up on the stick of Whitecloud in his own zone. Pass to Hanifin, worked up the boards into the Philly zone. Hurdle throws it towards the net. And it looks like it goes in the glove of Vladar, who freezes it. Yeah, Bowman's hurt. It not as bad as you see some guys, but that did not feel good. I am actually surprised that the skates don't have like a carbon fiber shell, at least over the top of the laces and on the toe. And then like the ankle pot, just over the ankle on both sides. Just have a shell so that just covers the ball of the ankle. Ooh, pass out front to Stoney from Howden, but he could not direct the puck towards the net. Flyer sticks causing all kinds of problems. Marner bringing it through neutral, hits the red line. He's into the Philly zone on the high boards. Works it down to Theodore, who's down low for some reason. Stoney gets in the way of that pass up the low boards. And a good read by Philly is going to pick off the pass up at the high point. Flyers back into the Vegas zone. And Vegas sends it right back out. 8:10 to go in the third. Shots are tied 18 apiece. All the way up headed to the Vegas zone. Good defense by Korzak to not let that puck get through. Past the Sissons. He's got Reinhart right with him. Little bit of a disruption, self-inflicted disruption by the Golden Knights. Puck on the low boards, fed out to Reinhart. Korzak fights for it. Gets down to Kolasar, back to Sissons. That low corner in the Flyers zone. Hand pass by Korzak, touched by Philly, and then sent out into neutral. 7:20 to go in the third. Vegas getting some fresh legs with the first line. Hanifin works the puck up ahead and then goes for a chains. Eichel chasing. Back behind Vladar. Good job by Barbashev coming in to get the puck free, but he can't quite control it to get it on net. Philly going back the other way. Shot on net, swallowed up by Akira Schmid. 6:55 to go in the third. Shots are 19-18 in favor of Philadelphia. Why would you have the Blackhawks and the Blues be your big advertised game? That's just wild to me. Ooh, Lightning have gone up 7-3. Washington is up 2-1. Damn it, will you stop? Okay. My phone is now just messing with me at this point as I'm trying to scroll through the scores. I don't believe anything has changed as of yet. Hannafin back from his own zone. Leaves it to Whitecloud, who works it through to Riley Smith after a tip pass floated to him. Right behind the net, trying to go out front. Puck comes back out to Whitecloud across the blue line to Hannafin. He throws it towards the net, hits a body out front of the screen. One-on-one going back the other way. A little bit of too aggressive of a move as the puck gets away from the flyer. Whitecloud, good play on defense. And then the puck is swatted all the way back down the other way. Icing on Vegas. Good grief. 6:09 to go in the third. We are inching towards face-off in Colorado. That's going to be the game that I flip on after this for sure. Like, looking at, there's a bunch of good games going on right now, but that's the one. Puck around to Hannafin, worked up to neutral. And I think that was Barbie just dumped it in to get the first line off of the ice. Stoney just misses a good little pick right there, and Philly gets it in. Marner putting on the pressure on the high wall. Down below Schmid. On the low boards, working it to the low point, sent right back down. Korzak gets there first. Stoney able to feed it through the middle to Marner. Marner's going to make a pass. Let Howden chase it down from a hard angle. Vladar makes the save. Stoney just, two dudes just blasted each other. Dude, Sealer looked like he hooked Howden and then yelled at Howden for it. Damn, dude. We're getting some wild shots, but we need to start getting them on net. Korzak trying to feed it out front. It doesn't make it there. Howden keeps it in at the low point, and it's not going to, his pass isn't going to have enough juice. Howden and somebody else are going at it. But Philly ends up icing. 4:48 to go in the third. Shots are 19-18 Philly. If they would have called the penalties that were happening before it got to that point, it wouldn't have gotten to that point. I didn't see the elbow, so I didn't see how nasty it was. I mean, if it's an elbow, it's an elbow. You call the penalty. But all the shit that was going on before that, just, if you're going to let it go, then you let it go. It's one of those things. You either call the penalty or you let it get to the point where something like that happens. And then when it does, you can't be too surprised. But if it was just a temper thing, it's a temper thing. Yo, Nick Costa, what's up, buddy? Vegas and Pitt. Pitt's going to need a little bit more help than Vegas does, but I'm pulling for a third period comeback, brother. A lot of games happening right now. Luckily, at least Florida and Colorado is a little bit later because that's going to be one of the better games to watch today. But there have been some scores, man. Uh, 2-1 Toronto over Sharks. 10 minutes to go in Toronto. 7:15 to go in New Jersey. Lightning 7-3 over the Devils. The Ducks have scored, but so have the Islanders. 4-2 in New York. 11:56 to go in the third. Second intermission. Canadians up on Pitt 3-0. Oof. 5:30 to go in the third. Capitals up on the Hurricanes 2-1 in Washington. Blue Jackets trailing 5-3 at home against the Senators. 8:41 to go in the third. Predators up 4-1 in Nashville over the Blues. 8:03 to go in the second. Stars up over the Wild 2-1. Wild finishing up a power play. 8:46 to go in the second. Dude, he's grabbing his stick. First of all, how do you call that an elbow? And how do you miss the guy holding his stick? I'm with you, brother. I got face. Bruins up 3-2 over the Jets. 9 minutes left in the second. And 11 minutes gone in the first. Red Wings and the Oilers in Edmonton still tied at 0. Back to Vegas on the bullshit penalty. Zegras on the high wall, looking for a place to go. He throws it up front to Cates, but it's sent back to the backboards. Vegas needs to clear the puck, and they need to do it quick. Drysdale right up the gut to the high dot to Zegras. Sissons gets in the way of that pass, but he recovers. Cates behind the net, up to Zegras. All the way across to the low dot, and Brink whiffs on the shot. Leaves it standing in place. Riley Smith trying to get it to Sissons, breaking the other way, but it's picked off. Good stick by the Flyers. And we end up with an icing. I think he's going to argue. Look like he's arguing he touched it, but we have an icing. 50 seconds gone in the Flyers power play. Face off in the Philly zone. Feel like if Riley was the other-handed shot, he might have just drove the net. And Eichel gets kicked out of the face-off against Cates. Stonian. Brink now for Philadelphia. Leaves it back to Drysdale. Throws it up to Zegras, and the Flyers are in. In the high corner. Low corner, Zegras. Throwing it down low to Brink, trying to backhand it. Puck comes out of the crease to the point. From the blue line, Drysdale throws it down low, hits his own man in Brink in front of the crease. Vegas cannot clear. This is dangerous, man. This is when bad things happen. Zegras working down the low wall, throws it back to Brink. To the blue line, Drysdale across top of the high circle, down high baseline, trying to feed it to the middle, and somebody gets in the way. Stoney recovers, and he's going to circle back with the puck as Philly goes to get a change. Vegas gets a change as well. We'll just kill some time, and now Theodore sends it all the way down to Vladar. 5 seconds left on the Philly man advantage. 1. And we are back to full strength. Shot from a hard angle on the baseline. Stopped by Schmid. McNabb recovers. And now Marner chasing the puck in his zone. Very close to being a great pass. Philly on their own baseline turns it over. Sissons to the middle. Trying a quick shot was Howden. And a glove save, Vladar. Shots back to being tied at 19. 2:26 to go in the third. Yeah, Philly that was 2 rough plays by Sealer that caused a turnover and now a face-off in his own zone. A little bit of panic play out of number 24 in orange. Face off to the right of Vladar. Vegas wins it. Sends it back into the trapezoid hurdle, trying to recover. Sealer couldn't get it around. Up to the low board. In that low corner, everybody's fighting for it. Dorofeyev hurdles there. Dorfeev throws it around the net. Hurdle's trying to chase it down. Ends up being played by Hannafin to Hurdle up to the high point into the middle. Dorfeev softly throws it towards the net. I don't know what the idea was there. Like, I know it's kind of a shot pass thing, but I'm not sure where the target was. Korzak wins the battle into the board. And now Stoney comes away with it. That was a much better defensive play by Korzak to take the hit and protect the puck. He's been doing a lot of things better. It's just he needs to gain 20 pounds or gain about 1.5 miles an hour. Philly back through neutral, fumbling it at the red line. They turn it back up the ice. Big hit down low. You love to see it. Not sure who that was that made the hit. Flyers right back in. That looked close to being offside, but it's waved off. Off the low board, shot goes through the crease. Up to the high wall. Cates bringing it into the corner, trying to go up the boards. Marner gets there first. Across the red line, tossing it to Stoney into his skates, but he kicks it down to Vladar. From the trapezoid, worked up the low wall, and Philly is back out. Working up the high boards, avoids a big hip check by McNabb. I've been dying to see him throwing those. Even if he missed that one, man. Oh, and a rough turn of events with 28.5 seconds left on the clock as the puck goes on end. Goes all the way down for a Vegas icing. Ooh, Edmonton scores first, 1-0. 5:35 to go in the first. Stars up 2-1. I think we covered that. All right. There's going to be a quick stoppage. Hurdle way jumped it there. Hurdle wins it. White Cloud to McNabb, and McNabb up the high boards and out of the zone. Good stick lift on Howden. Heavy pressure. And then it's tossed in from the red line. Vladar settles it in the trapezoid. Five seconds. One last charge for the Flyers. 1-0. We are going to overtime again. Good Lord. I think we have 3 overtime wins. And let's see how many. We have 9 extra inning losses. And I think we're 3 for 12 in overtime. Well, oh man, I don't like this, but we got another point. Back-to-back games going extra on a road trip. I mean, I got more I can bitch about. Like, we won in New Jersey, won in New York, overtime loss, and we won against the Rangers. Oh, actually, we got to go back further. So, won in a shootout against Chicago, beat New Jersey, beat the Rangers, overtime loss against the Islanders, or shootout loss against the Islanders, and now we're going to overtime. So, out of our 5 games, the last 5 games, 2 have ended in regulation, and we won 1 at least. Like I said, we're either 2 for 11 or 3 for 12, something like that. I really don't want to have double-digit overtimes. Overtime losses, I should say, because we got the overtime no matter what. That is wild. So we're tied at 2. In the first period, both teams had 5 shots. In the second period, both teams had 9 shots. And then in the third period, both teams had 5 shots. That's actually wild. But the fact that we only have 19 shots is why, like, shout out to Philly, because we've been much better about hanging our hat on a 30 shot a game streak. So Eichel on the dot wins the faceoff back to Theodore. That scares the living hell out of me that he's on first shift. Eichel back to Theodore, all the way up. Barbashev trying to go quickly to Eichel, and then he loses it, and now Zager's back the other way. He'll circle back up to the blue line and carry it out under the pressure of Brett Howden. Nope, Shea Theodore. Into the zone. Zegras leaves it back for Sanheim, going all the way across to Dvorak. Back up to Zegras at the blue line. Controlling in the Vegas zone, working his way down low. And back up high, he will carry it out. Philly being extremely patient, something Vegas lacks in overtime. Cates beats Eichel. Nobody knows he's coming. Barbashev did. He was a step behind, but we got lucky on the missed pass. Barbashev trying to get up to Eichel, and he ends up offsides. Oh, that was so close. Right idea, Barbie. Right idea. What a great pass and a great goal. Oh, we did go to overtime of the Rangers. That's right. And then we lost in a shootout to the Islanders. That's right. Okay, so 3 out of the last 5. Need Hurdle to score? I'm with you. I would love to see Hurdle score. He's on the ice now. Tippett carrying it all the way back behind Schmid. Good pressure by Hannafin. Drysdale gives it up to Hurdle. He'll circle around, throw it towards Hannafin. He'll cycle back towards his goaltender. Buy some space on the ice. 3 1/4 to go in overtime. Left back for Marner. And we get some fresh legs on the ice for Vegas as they take control of the zone. Marner tries to take a shot, and he hits the skate of the guy in front of him. Hannafin will just send it all the way back to Akira Schmid. And now Howden has it up ahead to Stone. On the low dot, he hits the wall, sends it to Theodore, back to Stone. Ooh, it's good no shot, but man, I want to see Mark Stone get it. Hey, Theodore, hard shot on target, but stopped by Vladar. Halfway through the overtime. Konechny circles back in his own territory. Eichel coming in to put a little pressure. He whiffs on the pass. Eichel has control of the puck in the Flyer zone. He gets hooked a little bit by Konechny. Feeds it across, and Stoney scores on the back door. What a finish. Dude just whiffs on the pass. Eichel recovers. Great patience, gets hooked by Konechny. Still out dances him. Sends it back toward to Stoney for the goal. Unreal. Get the clap ready. For your Golden Knights. with his second of the game and the overtime winner, your captain, number 61, Mark Stone, with an assist from number 9, Jeff Eichel. Yes. No. Sweet, dude. A perfect little cap to just a fantastic day. I got all the studying done. I'm curious to see what my test ends up being. I'm not impressed with the initial score, but it seems like a placeholder score, so I don't know what to think. But I'm not worried about it. It's if I get the score I got, I still got an A, whatever. Passed the class with flying colors. Got to go have an amazing lunch. And now Vegas wins. And in overtime. In overtime. Awesome. So we'll take a quick look around. Ooh, tell you what, we'll watch the Sharks and the Maple Leafs overtime because it is 2-2 with 2 seconds left on the clock. As long as the feed decides to work. Islanders are now up 5-2 on the Ducks. Penguins have scored, so they're starting their comeback 4-1, down 4-1 to the Canadiens in Pittsburgh. Hurricanes and the Capitals are tied at 2 with a minute and a half to go, so that may go to overtime. Ottawa over the Blue Jackets 6-3. Predators over the Blues 6-2, and they're almost done with the second. That's rough. There we got 5-4-3. San Jose got it out of the zone. It's not going to be icing in time. They may put like 0.1 second on the clock, but it'd be stupid to do so. Bruins and the Jets are 4-3, so the Jets keep trying to catch up, but Bruins putting it out in front of them. And at first intermission, it's 1-0 Oilers over the Red Wings. So I was planning on getting done and smashing some food, but I think we've got to take a look at this overtime. And we got to bring what was the other overtime? Hurricanes and the Capitals. So we'll hang out for these two, and then we'll dip out and go get some food. Where's the Hurricane? There we go. Oh, they have 30 seconds to go in overtime. So we're getting ready to see a shootout in Washington. See if there's a closer feed to real time. Not one that seems to be working. Ooh. That one's way worse. All right, 10 seconds left to go in the overtime. Carolina has it in the Washington zone. Last chance to take a shot. Good little stop. A big shot from a hard angle. Doesn't make it through Chikrin. All right, here we go. Little bit of extended coverage. Oh, the shootout feed is being shitty, though. See if it'll recover. Okay, there it goes. So, overtime getting started in Toronto with San Jose and the Maple Leafs, and shootout starting for Carolina and Washington. Ooh, dude came way out to get a pad save on Ovechkin, and Ovechkin's on his favorite spot down low. But I don't want to call him Bussy. I don't know if it's Bussy, but Bussy is funnier, but I think his name is Bussy. Made a great stop on the leading goal scorer ever right there. All right. Toronto is going to control the puck first in their overtime. Trying to cycle out from behind the net. Expect a lot of patience out of Toronto. I don't know much about San Jose in extra frames. Matthews circling back to the blue line, almost loses it, but he's able to just clear back to neutral and reset. Working in, leaves it back. Cycle trying to get to the front of the net, but good pressure by the Sharks. Pavillier, thanks. Right up. Oh, goes right up the gut against Bussy. Makes a couple of dekes and ends up putting it right into his chest. Back in Toronto. Tavares working up the high boards, forced out. Nyes is going to recover on the ice with McCabe as well. Puck goes all the way in, and Toronto ices it in the 3-on-3. Jarvis working his way in. Makes a great move on Logan Thompson. And just, wow. My LT is my boy, but wait. I already know that it is, but I'm trying here. Yeah, Jarvis just abused LT. That was dirty. Throw me. Works right up the gut, and again, the Carolina goaltender just being big. He's getting to the top of the crease, or at least the top half of the crease, and getting big to block these shots. But dude, Jarvis made a juke to the forehand, and Thompson starfished. Svechnikov now working in, coming in from the backhand, turning to the forehand. He makes another big move that completely takes Logan Thompson off his feet, but he lost the puck. No shot. Dude, Logan Thompson's new fucking Achilles heel. It still is the shot right past the ears from up close, but that juke to the forehand and back to the blocker side and back to the glove side is killing him. Ehlers looking for something to do. He backhands it. Did it go in? No, it did not. The puck went straight up in the air off of Bussy, but it came down outside of the net. Good job for the Carolina goaltender. They get the win. LT just looked rough, bro. That was hard to watch. Meanwhile, San Jose just has a shot go off the skates of the man in front of him. Back the other way. Matthews looking for a shot. Good defense just standing in his way. 2-on-1. Domi as the defenseman. San Jose across. Big shot, big save, and a follow-up. San Jose scores. And that is going to be the end to that one. Unless we got some kind of review or something going on, because who was that? Hildeby just ended up way out of position, but we are reviewing it. Hang on. Matthews got straight up hooked. Did he kick it in? Is that what they're saying? Absolutely no goal. We continue in Toronto. That is 100% a kicking goal. So we will go back to 3-on-3. Why are you looking at offside? That was clearly a kicking motion. Interesting that that's the challenge. Oh, I gotta adjust this. Why isn't it a kicking motion goal? Why isn't it a kicking? So Sharks actually do end up winning. I thought that was a clear kicking motion. Oh, he touched it after it hit his skate. I didn't see that part. There it goes, and then he touches it. Okay, that's a misread on my end. I did not see him get it with the stick. All right. Any other games that are close or going or overtime? Penguins down 4-1. Predators up 6-2. Stars and the Wild are tied. Third period still to come. Bruins and the Jets. Bruins are winning 4-3. Third period still to come. And at first intermission, Oilers are 1-0. I am going to get out of here and go enjoy myself a Panthers Avalanche game in Colorado. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Much love. Hope the Pens pull it out for you, Nick. But I am out of here. Good night, everybody.